Hello and welcome to English with Confidence podcast. Here, we don't just learn English. We live it through stories, emotions, and imagination. Each story you'll hear here will take you on a calm, meaningful journey, helping you relax, dream, and learn English naturally. Whether you're just starting your English journey or want to speak more confidently, these stories will help you understand words, feel their emotions, and use them with ease in real life. So put on your headphones, take a deep breath, and let's begin today's story, where English meets imagination. Once, in a quiet fishing village surrounded by cliffs and mist, there lived a girl named Elara. Every morning, she walked barefoot along the shore, collecting seashells that the tide left behind. But unlike others, she never sold them, she listened to them. She believed the ocean spoke through them, tiny echoes of forgotten voices. People laughed at her. They said she was strange, lost in her dreams. But Elara didn't mind. The sea was her only friend. One evening, as a storm gathered on the horizon, she found a shell larger than any she'd ever seen, smooth, shining like pearl, and humming softly. When she pressed it to her ear, a voice whispered, "Help me." Startled, she dropped it. But the voice came again, faint yet desperate. That night, she couldn't sleep. The sound of the waves outside her window seemed to whisper the same words, "Help me." Before dawn, she went back to the shore. The sea was wild, but she walked into it, clutching the shell. And as the waves rose, a faint light appeared under the surface. Without thinking, she followed it. The water didn't pull her down, it carried her. Down, deep into silence. She opened her eyes and found herself in a place that looked like a forgotten city under the ocean, towers of coral, glowing fish, and drifting lights like stars underwater. In the center of it stood a figure, a young boy, glowing faintly blue. He said softly, "You heard me." Elara's voice trembled. "Who are you?" He smiled sadly. "I was one of them, a boy from your village. Long ago, a storm took me away. But the sea kept me here, between worlds." Tears filled her eyes. "Why me?" "Because you still listen," he said. "The ocean speaks, but no one hears it anymore. It remembers everything, our words, our promises, our mistakes." The light around them flickered. He looked at her and whispered, "Take this shell back. Whenever people forget, let them listen. The sea never stops speaking." And then, he was gone. Elara woke up on the shore, her dress soaked, the shell in her hand. The storm had passed. The world was quiet again. From that day, she placed the shell at the heart of the village. And whenever the wind blew, it carried a faint sound like the ocean whispering to those who had forgotten how to listen.
And maybe, somewhere deep inside, the world still listens to the stories the sea keeps and the whispers we leave behind.